BJP National Spokesperson Hornbill Kikon press conference te gushiki Congress Party logode eko agenda snai gushe Nagaland nimide. Kikon gushe Nehru Gandhi family do anti Naga ase aro BJP bra Indian Constitution patli kuruble eko attempt korea nai gushe. IB details abo reporter adona lode.
Nagaland 18 Lok Sabha election kurubule 2 din he bachina ase aro aji last din ase political parties kan campaign kurigina tagalaga party opor itu campaign kurula aji 4 baji he last kurigina ay ase to mugan jana disna itu 18 Lok Sabha election bi yate Nagaland bra first phase 2 suru kurina jawle ase aro mugan itu 19 April te election dibule laga ase mugan jana disna itu election date announce kura pichide political parties alak holibi tagalaga campaign kura suru hoise aro yare Nagaland te PDA consensus candidate Dr. Chumben Mori idu NDPP laga ticket loigena khilibole idu campaign kurigena aha laga aro itu opportunity holibi mugan jana nisna just recently 10 April te JP Naran idu tagalaga manifesto tagan BJP laga party aro NDPP party maligana idu Nagaland te tagan khara hoise gole ki kuru development aro ki anibo itu laga kota kurigena ai tagise to election laga niam nisna ekjon laga political parties ke counter kurigena ai tagise aro muga jana nisna joa kalli yare supermarket hoilibi Congress party tagan itu relay thakina general secretary national general secretary ai gena tagan itu campaign bi loilise aro tate mugan bi jana nisna BJP aro NDPP ke co counter korigena taga laga campaign bi ekjon laga itu korigena aha laga mugan diki paise aji BJP party national spokesperson Mizoram laga BJP in charge Hornbill Kikon bra aji ekta press conference lobule ase joa kali Congress party ban bra itu BJP kan laga oporte tagan anti Christian ase nohilebi tagan itu Indian Constitution change kurubule laga koi taka kali allegation khwa laga opor aji tagan itu counter back kurubo nimite national spokesperson BJP Hornbill Kikon bra itia mugan itu press kan ke matigna tagan laga BJP office te ekta press conference lobule ase aro tagan joa kali Congress kan bra ki kuaise ki counter kuise itu laga tagan itu ekta feedback dibo nimite itia mugan press conference te jabo aro details itu tagan BJP party bra ki kolase itu mugan itia salo.
Today we have called for this press conference not to clarify but to address some issues which are being going around in the social media. The Congress has been attacking the BJP, whereas the BJP in the state of Nagaland is not contesting, but our alliance partner NDPP, Dr. Chumben Mori as the PDA consensus candidate is contesting. And taking this point into account, we want to address some issues regarding the attacks made by the Congress in the press conferences and also in some of the rallies. Today we are privileged to have our national spokesperson in charge of Mizoram State, national spokesperson, Mr. Hornbill Kikon, who is also a former minister and a senior BJP party leader. We also have our state general secretary, Sri Sanepsi Jamia. We also have Mr. Shilu Kaba, who is the state secretary and in charge of Dimapur district. So now I hand over the time to sir.
Good afternoon. It's a pleasure to have all of you in our press conference. As Sapralu has mentioned, we invited you to make certain issues clear and also to reach out to the people of Nagaland before we go to the polls. Before I start, I would like to, using this opportunity, congratulate the 4 successful candidates in the recently declared UPSC results. This is a blessing and a boon to the state. We wish them well in their future as civil servants of this country. I want to make, before I start with my press conference, is a simple information to all of you that the INC's national spokesperson, Surjewala, has been banned by the Election Commission for 48 hours starting 6 p.m. last night. It is because of his vile, derogatory and sexist comments on Hema Malini. And I was also surprised that after having made such a comment, I saw the video where he had made the comment. He came to Nagaland and assuming moral, political right has given us a long lecture of why they are fighting against the BJP. So, having said that, let me begin. BJP is a pro-development party. It has its concern right at the center of India's interests. It puts nation first above family and other leaders. And that has been exhibited and demonstrated by the 10 years of Prime Minister Modi's tenure. And as we go to the polls, we have already issued our manifesto. I did not talk about it. I just want to take our people back to history where we have witnessed the Congress rule in this country. Let's begin with Nehru. I want to recall his visit to Nagaland in 1953 with U Nu, the Prime Minister of Myanmar, where Naga delegation wanted to meet him and submit a delegation memorandum, but they were not allowed. So they left the meeting, obviously angry that the Prime Minister did not meet them. The question is, right from the beginning, they've not been interested in listening to the Naga people and the issues raised by Nagas, and it's demonstrated by his behavior in 1953. Prior to 1947, when India got independence, there were a lot of discussion in the Constituent Assembly on even securing the borders. So if you look at the Indo-Myanmar border today, especially the Naga areas, both in Naga, India and Myanmar, you would see that there were fault lines which were initiated, or rather which the Congress ignored. And that attitude and that approach has continued till date by the Congress party towards the Nagas. So we have a historically long list of Congress neglecting not only the northeastern region, but the Naga people as well. I say this because today the Congress leaders have selective amnesia. They talk as if they have always been behind the interests of the Naga people, which is clearly not, and history tells us so. I just want to highlight that the Nehru-Gandhi family has always been anti-Naga, and they've always shown lack of interest towards the Nagas. So this is historically available. It is nothing new. And the next case in point is Indira Gandhi. Indira Gandhi was the only PM, Prime Minister of India, who had and exhibited through the emergency dictatorial tendencies. And it was during her time as Prime Minister, especially during the emergency, when they attempted to change the Constitution of India. So the only Prime Ministers who have attempted to change the Constitution of India is Indira Gandhi of the Congress. Our Prime Minister, Narendra Modi ji, has said recently, as recent as yesterday, that as long as he is alive, he will never change or never attempt to change the Constitution of India, because Constitution of India is sacred to the BJP. So for that matter, we want to clarify that for once and all that our respect for the Constitution of India is sacred and there is no such attempt. You know, I was particularly reminded of the forced male sterilization program that Indira Gandhi envisaged and implemented during the emergency. It is because they came up with a solution of forced male sterilization to address the population increase in India. So if you look at that period and today, I mean, if you have a policy to address population growth, it is not through forced male sterilization, but the lack of proper policy planning has been clearly exhibited, and their intention to force and compel and implement such anti-people agenda was always there from the beginning. It is not a new thing that we see today. And just because they've been in opposition for the past 10 years, they cannot change the narrative by coming and rehashing, all criticism of other parties, not just the BJP. I would, in reference to the Nagas again, Indira Gandhi imposed the Shillong Accord on the Nagas. We would have had a peaceful future if she had not manipulated to impose the Shillong Accord on the Nagas. Today, any reader or any student of Naga history will tell you that was a policy error which was initiated and implemented by her during her time as Prime Minister of India. So right from Nehru, her father neglecting the Nagas, adopting anti-Naga policy, she continued that, and till today we are facing the consequences of the Shillong Accord because of these people. Compare that to the prime ministers put up by the Bharatiya Janata Party. You would see that Atal Bihari Vajpayee, during his time as prime minister, had recognized the uniqueness of Naga history. It's a bold and clear stand taken by the government of India under the leadership of Prime Minister Vajpayee of the BJP. Secondly, refer to 2015 and 2017, Prime Minister Modi had signed the framework agreement and also the agreed position. These are all serious commitment, not just random empty talks, which the UPA did for the past 10 years. They were in power from 2004 to 14, where they did not sign any agreement, where AFSPA was continuing on and on because they had no agenda for the Naga people and also for the northeastern region. Nehru had clearly stated that he didn't want to develop this region because he feared that India, although it's a democratic country, might fall into the hands of the Chinese. And he didn't want to develop this region. Today, after Prime Minister Modi came to power, you would see from 0 airport in Arunachal Pradesh to 9 airports and mini airports in Arunachal Pradesh. You would see that the BJP has performed miraculously in terms of the development of the Northeast region under Prime Minister Modi. And compared to, I will come back to that, compared to the Congress UPA time, a Prime Minister who was made a Rajya Sabha MP from Assam did not think of Northeast as his home, although it was his adopted home. He was a Rajya Sabha MP from Assam, and he was Prime Minister for 10 years. Did he even come once as a sitting Prime Minister to the state of Nagaland? No. Prime Minister Modi came to Nagaland in 2014 in his first year as the Prime Minister of India to inaugurate the Hornbill Festival. And if you remember, the Prime Minister Manmohan Singh of the UPA, Manmohan Singh ji, just did not show any interest for the Nagas, the Naga people, and the state of Nagaland. They were only looking east, saying that India is going to use the Northeast as a land link to Southeast Asia towards the development of the economy of this region. He was only looking. When Prime Minister Modi came in 2014 in Kisama during the Hornbill Festival, December 1, he said, from today in Kohima, in Nagaland, I will rephrase our agenda and our narrative for this region and for the country by changing the term look east to act east policy. A significant policy change in terms of international relations was made in Nagaland for the first time in the history of India, of modern India. Would such a policy change happen during the Congress time? Have we forgotten what the Congress has done to the state of Nagaland or to the Naga people? Some may forget because they have collective amnesia, but majority of Nagas cannot forget our history, our past, and the Congress attitude towards the Naga people. We cannot forget. You see, I'll get back to that, but today their lackadaisical approach and attitude towards the Naga has been exhibited, has been shown, is recorded, and we cannot forget. No young Naga or old Naga will forget what they have done towards the Nagas. When they got the opportunity for 10 years, they were busy looting the country, 2G, so many scams. All of you know, we need not mention any one of that. And today they are talking of corruption. Corruption is in the Congress DNA. Everyone has seen that. Surjewala came here. He is also a dynast like Rahul Gandhi. His father was also a minister. And Naga people do not believe in dynastic politics. Even if you are chief minister, there is no guarantee your son will be MLA also. It is not in Naga culture. Without knowing Naga culture, they are talking to us and lecturing to us about Naga culture. First, they don't understand the basic, the principles of Article 371A. Who has said in the BJP that we will remove Article 371A? Please tell us. Show us the record. Prime Minister has said we will safeguard the interests of the people of this region, of Nagaland. And he has steadfastly maintained that. BJP has been in the government for 10 years. 10 years we had majority government in the parliament. Have we ever tried to change the constitution of India? Although we had the majority. I remember in 2014 when Amit Shah ji was the president of the BJP. He came to Dimapur and Chumugidima. We had a meeting and he said, nobody will force you to stop your culture. Whether it is in choosing what to eat or in deciding what to wear. It is up to you. It is a free democratic country. And we are here only to strengthen the hands of democracy. Has there been any proof? There has been loose talk and all this propaganda against the BJP is because there is no agenda there in the Congress party today. I would not like to go into what is going to be the situation of the country post-election because it's already clear to the nation. Today at 10 a.m., Rahul Gandhi gave a press conference in UP. He said, I don't do poll predictions. Then the next statement he made was, I think BJP is going to get 140 to 150. He started doing prediction. He himself is saying, I don't do poll prediction. And he's saying that party will decide whether I will contest in Amethi or not. Whereas when Himanta Biswa Sharma went to meet Sonia Gandhi after getting clearance from the cheat scam fund allegation, he went to meet Sonia Gandhi ji. Sonia Gandhi said, you've met me good, and this is on TV. This has been, this came out in the recent India Today interview with Himanta. He said, Sonia Gandhi said, you go and meet Rahul Gandhi. You be friends with Rahul Gandhi. And I don't want to get into all the details, but you see, by saying that CEC will decide, we are a cadre-based party, I mean, everyone in the country who loves the nation and the growth and the future of this country are leaving the Congress party. There is a mass exodus of Congress leadership in the BJP or other parties today. So, by saying that, he is only belying the truth within the party. Why is he contesting from Wayanad? When, the basis of his, or the primary place where he contested is Amethi. So, a leader who is running away from his home because he is rejected cannot lead this country. And today the Congress cannot come and lecture us about our culture because they don't understand the basic tenets of Naga culture. If they knew, they would not be talking like that. I, as a Congress, I was observing, as a Congress leader, this Surjewala said in yesterday's meeting, a lot of things which actually sounded demeaning. There is that attitude of, looking down on the Nagas. And I don't think any young Naga can accept that. It's okay. We are not going to attack them on their personality, attack the candidate on their personal issue. We are only taking issue with the issues they have raised. So while doing that, he could not even pronounce the name of Subung Meren. So he was searching for a shortcut and calling him Superman. I would want the MP from Nagaland to be articulate in the parliament. He's not going to speak in the parliament in Nagamis. And if he is part of the ruling NDA, There are things that he can do for the state of Nagaland that Congress cannot even imagine. So I think there is no alternative, but all this baseless allegation is something which we need to understand, because the insensitiveness and the lack of concern of the BJP, of the Congress for the state of Nagaland is apparent. Go to village after village, you will see the development. Nobody will say that Modi is bad in the villages. Only those who are in town, only some who are with the Congress will say negative things about development. Why? Because they are anti-development. They don't want development. They want our people to remain poor and not access facilities like other parts of the country, because they want us to remain poor. And they'll talk about issues which are not relevant in the state of Nagaland. I've been a Christian all my life. I've been in BJP for 11 years. I'm still a Christian. If anything happens to Christians any part of the world, I'll be the first one to raise my voice in support of my Christian brethren. Isolated events where law and order is already there addressing that has been blown out of proportion. And I don't think that is the way we play our politics in the state of Nagaland. I think our rights are very important. Our issues are very important. Forget about our rights and issues. They didn't even want to look at this state as a state of importance for them. For the 10 years they were in power. Gandhi family has been saying so many bad things about our Prime Minister, because they simply cannot believe that somebody from a poor background can become Prime Minister of India. They believe in the American dream, but they don't think that there is an Indian dream. There is a vast difference between those who know the pulse of the people and those who refuse to acknowledge the pulse of the people. There is a vast difference. That is the difference between Congress and the BJP. And just because you get a platform in Nagaland, I want to tell you, when JB Nada came, he said he will come. He said, I will come and address the people of Nagaland. Although we are supporting our NDA partner, NDPP, we are not contesting. NDPP is contesting, but we stand with them. And I will tell you the reason why. But before that, I will tell you, Nada said he will come, and he came. We had 4 hours of rally. There were two phases. First phase, second phase, people came and some people left. I was shocked that in yesterday's campaign by the Congress, they were saying there are so many non-locals. You know, Dimapur is a city where both Nagas and non-Nagas stay. There are non-Nagas who make and who has made Dimapur their home. How can you dehumanize them by looking at the rally and talking about them in that manner? We consider every citizen who stays in Nagaland as a citizen of Nagaland, irrespective of which community. And you know why they are saying that? Because these people came out of love and respect for the BJP, and they came to show their support for Nadaji's visit. But the Congress are belittling them by saying that they are plain Manu, they are not Nagas. They are citizens of India, they have vote. They have vote. And they came to cast their vote. The other funny thing I noticed was that in the front you would see, and in the sides you will see a lot of BJP workers, Karyakartas from the Naga community. Even Chief Minister Rio was there, Deputy CM Y Patan was there. There were so many Naga leaders there. By saying that there are no Naga leaders, are you saying that Rio is not Naga? What kind of implication is that? What kind of politics is that? You know, let's talk about issue. Let's not personalize. Because one cannot forget our past. Was our involvement in the past not in the politics of the state of Nagaland? I think people living in glass houses should be careful about what they say about our present leaders. If you have an issue, raise that issue. It's okay. It's a democratic country. It's a free country. We can have debates on any issue. But dehumanizing the non-locals in Nagaland who are also contributing, is because they want to promote only illegal migrants from Bangladesh. The Congress are interested in ensuring that they come and stay here and take over the jobs which are meant for our local people. They will support that. They will support all these illegal activities because they have no agenda for the people of Nagaland. It is very clear. Now, I want to make one significant point. From 2003, when Nifurio became the Chief Minister of Nagaland, I'll tell you, unwaveringly, he has been with the NDA from 2003. When there was UPA government for 10 years, he was still in NDA. The Congress had actually imposed President's Rule 1 when he was Chief Minister, before election. Because you didn't have the mandate, you wanted to steal the mandate. NDPP under Rio has ensured and has demonstrated that they will never try to steal the mandate of the people. They will win it because they have earned it. Your propaganda will not work because the fact of the matter is clear to every Naga citizens. And I will also appreciate that even during the darkest hour he was with the BJP. Our party believes in honoring our alliance partners. Our party believes in supporting our alliance partners no matter what. Therefore, till date, we stand firm with the government of Nifurio and his NDPP party as partners in NEDA. Because of the cozy relation we have, we've been able to address the unaddressable problem of Assam-Nagaland border issue, the oil exploitation which was also affected by the border issue. In the past, they were not talking. They were not talking to each other. There was always some skirmishes, some problem in the border. But when two alliance partners came to power, there was a clear instruction from Amit Shah ji that all the NEDA chief ministers should sit down and address these issues amicably. So there has been a series of talks. And while our issues were represented, you would not know. You ask people from the villages who crosses Assam to go to their villages, who crosses Assam to go to Mon, to go to Longland, Mugukchung, Wokha, especially Assam-Nagaland border. How many of them were harassed by Assam police for small or no reason at all? Today, that has stopped. Or at least, that has been minimized because of this border discussion between our state government and the Assam government. Because we are part of the NEDA alliance. So these things have changed and helped and improve the lives of our people. So any relation that exists today, you cannot take some issue in Israel or in Russia and come and talk about that in Nagaland state. Let's focus on our state. And he has been steadfast. He has been really supportive of Prime Minister Modi. I tell you, today he is the longest serving and also the tallest chief minister of Northeastern region, with every other chief minister respecting him. That stature itself ensures that we have very good neighborly relations with all our neighbors. And it has gone a long way in ensuring that our future is also, and the youth our future, because see, a lot of our youth go out of the state of Nagaland. Unless the state-to-state relation is there, there are many issues that may come up. But how will you address those? So he has been able to address because of the fact that he has been in the alliance. About the present Lok Sabha election in Nagaland, it's not just the BJP, the NPF, the NPP, RPI, NCP, JDU, and independents are all supporting our candidate. The entire legislature of the state is supporting our candidate. Because we want somebody who will be able to go and articulate our rights and our needs in the parliament. The Parliament of India is not a small place. We need somebody who can stand up for us, who can speak for us on the issues that we hold there. Not just criticize people because we are free to criticize, but take up those issues for the state of for the people of this state. Let us not trivialize the Naga people just because you don't like us. Let us not trivialize this thing. So it's my fervent appeal to the people of Nagaland that as you have reposed your faith in the leadership of Nifurio, I also appeal to you that you support the candidature of Dr. Chamben Muri, NDPP candidate for the upcoming Lok Sabha elections, as we have only 2 days to go. And let us vote the interest of Naga people to power.